welcome back to my channel. I've got a special guest here today. Me, Izzy. You might have seen her from my vlogs.
Heavily featured in a couple of those.
I thought I'd invite her round. She never comes to South London, so I'm really proud of you. She's ventured down. I'm scared. And my window's only open to here. I was like, yeah, it's just South London windows, babe. You're not allowed to open your windows down here. Today, we're doing reacting to your
confession.
So half of these are ones that you guys have sent in, and then other half are like ones I found on the depths of the internet. I was looking through Reddit. Don't recommend going on Reddit. So I went on this thing called Festhole on Twitter, where people will just send in anonymous. You know them already,
it's really
right?
good. Yeah, it's so funny.
And then we've got these cute little Japanese drinks.
Ramune, which is non-alcoholic. Mine's lychee flavour.
I got yuzu citra. So you literally put the thing in.
It's like a sip.
And you've got to like, ow.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
What's up, mate? We just go. Fuck me, I just want to drink.
Oh, she fucking. Oh my god, that's scary. Cheers.
That is just not practical.
Imagine a child trying to do that.
I went up my nose. We also have
sake and tastes like ass.
I'm scared.
It's kind of like a made in the same way vodka's made, and we do a little shot of it. There's only 14.5%, so it's not crazy.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. How is that 14%? That smells like absinthe.
No, it kind of tastes like watered down alcohol. It's not as bad as it tastes though. It smells though.
It burns!
It's not that bad though.
That honestly was a roller coaster of emotions. It's like not that bad, but
it tastes like, you know, like yogurt at the end.
Don't say that. So let's get into your confession. Because you are actually crazy. Like, people honestly be living life out here. Like, who are we to judge? Joking,
no.
we're literally going to be judging
We are going to
ourselves.
judge.
Okay. This one.
I'm scared.
No, this one I found on Reddit. It's the only, like, I got 3 off of Reddit. And it took me a long time and a lot of emotional trauma to find this. So this one's a bit wild. So, third date, I took her to the zoo, and it's like they went into the aqua bit. The chance of getting wet was like, you know, it's possible. So they got wet. She took her shirt off and she had a swimsuit on underneath it.
Okay, that's fun.
You could see on the square of her back she had a huge tattoo. So she looks at it and it's a swastika.
I'm sorry, I pushed her in the pool.
I literally just shook my head, turned and walked away. Later she texted that it was okay, she isn't into that anymore, but she just wants to have an all-white family.
She isn't into that anymore yet still. You just completely contradicted yourself.
Well, I literally, what would you actually do? Imagine it's like 3rd date and you think this is love of your life.
That's just it, done, blocked, never again.
Oh god, I don't even think I would want to tell anyone that.
Absolutely
like, I feel
not.
actually scared.
I'd keep the shirt on, woman.
You can't be going into a public place with that tattoo.
No.
I know.
Starting with the nuts.
I know.
Fuck yeah.
I know.
I used to slip a small card with a phone number to men in busy bars as I was leaving. It read, "Please text me really dirty after 1 AM if you fancy some fun." The number on the card belonged to my narcissistic, abusive ex-husband. He had to change his number.
I want to do that.
That is
We should all do that.
Brilliant.
Because that's such a subtle way to get revenge.
Because for a while you wouldn't know what was happening. You'd
No,
be like, why
you
am I
know
getting
what-
these weird...
And you'd be like, is it girls? Is it guys? Like,
Yeah.
who is it? Oh my god, that is so clever. I rate that. I rate that.
I think that's fantastic. Well done. You probably got dick pics too.
Oh yeah, probably everything. This one's from Twitter. I was too embarrassed to buy porn as a horny teenager in the early 90s. But I found an old book of artistic nudes at the top of a bookshelf at home. I learned later that my granny had been a photographer's muse during the 60s and I'd spent hours wanking off to pictures of her. Ew! No, imagine it was like your granddad and you was like, oh yeah. Ah!
That is disgusting.
That is,
because I was thinking about the beginning bit, like that makes sense, because in the 90s I remember seeing it in movies, they had like the porn section of like a VHS, like
you had to go and buy it.
you had to go and buy it from like a video store or rent it. Renting
I think we
porn
should-
is a bit rogue.
I think we should go back to doing that. It probably would curb people's addictions more. But
Yeah, because I feel like everything's so readily available on the internet, it would kind of put you in check a bit if you're like, hello, can I have this specific thing, please?
yeah, literally, like
Like,
your
I think-
fetish. Can I have the football, please?
You probably think your grandma's like a sweet old lady.
Because grandma must be fit.
Grandma,
like-
wow. Grandma had some fun back in the day. I fucked my boss in a toilet at work too.
Iconic.
Do you know what I think? Well done. Not that it's the best thing to do, like, in the workplace, getting with someone that you work with, but
Get a pay rise though.
that is fucking funny.
Do you know
I
what?
kind of love that.
I really hate when people say, like, fucked. I fucked him.
What
Like,
do you say?
I slept with him. Or like we had sex.
Yeah, I always probably say we have sex. I have said we've shagged,
I hate that as well.
but I don't like it.
I'm
that's the
really
thing.
I'm really prudish about that. Like, oh, I fucked him. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit aggressive.
I also don't like the word pussy.
Do you, oh no, a lot of words for vagina I hate.
Yeah.
Like minge,
I mean, I don't know who would say that during sex.
plunge.
But if someone uses the word pussy during sex, I'm a bit like, oh.
I'm like, oh,
I think it's the delivery is key as well.
we spent a night of making love.
Passion and love together.
Fair enough, girl. You do you.
No, you do your boss, actually.
Okay, I'm still on the Twitter ones. This one was really cute. A circle of friends were going to a sold-out show, except for one girl I had a crush on that didn't have a ticket. I told her a workmate was selling his at face value, but the truth is I paid double for it. And we've been together for 5 years and she still doesn't know. I was a sweet. I was like,
That's so cute. I feel like
I
if that
want
was,
to cry.
I'd want him to wait for, like, obviously you wouldn't know, but like the ideal situation is he'd wait for a big moment, like proposing to her or something, and then telling her
I'd be
like
like, I paid
from
for
the
this.
start that he just knew he wanted
So
to be with her so much from day
sweet.
one. I think that'd be such a sweet gesture, finding that out years later.
If it's your crush, you can't be too crazy. Like, oh, I paid like 200 for your ticket, babe.
Yeah, because also the girl might feel like they owed you something, or like you just be a bit
Or
like,
just be
oh,
like, whoa,
icky.
like he really fancies
That's
me.
too much.
Oh, but like it works out, that's what I'm saying. You've got to plan these things.
That
Actually
is
crazy.
so cute. I've recently found out my boyfriend of 7 years only uses one sheet of toilet paper at a time. Doesn't scrunch or fold, meaning I think that his fingers sometimes go through it. He insists this is normal and that everybody does
No
that.
one does
But I
that.
find it mental.
No one does that.
No.
I used like a whole toilet roll.
That's
Like-
why we went through toilet roll so quick and all
COVID. I was like, yeah. Oh no, on holiday we went through a lot of toilet roll. There was one point I had to steal a toilet roll from the maid.
From the lady that
I
was
literally
there.
ran up the hallway and was like,
in our PJs, like, quiet.
no, but she didn't change them every day.
No, she didn't.
She didn't. But fuck, ew. So why
One-
though?
one sheet.
Why are you depriving yourself of like luxury? He is not getting all of it. Like,
Oh, no.
his bumhole, man. This is the same kind of strain. This is one of your guys' ones. It is crazy. When I'm too lazy to get out of bed and go for a wee,
No.
I wee in a cup.
So like what, you've had your morning coffee and you're like, that'll do.
I think it's in the night. Like, you know, you wake up in the night, you read a wee,
Yeah.
but you're too lazy to do a toilet, so she's like, fuck it, I'll just wee in the cup next to my bed. No, do you know what? The only thing I will say, in my house now, I sleep right next to the toilet, all good. Do you remember my old flat? It was like a full-on flight of
Oh,
stairs,
yeah, it was. It was
and I
bad.
had to climb over everyone's bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I was so scared to wake everyone up. I didn't wee in a cup, but like I remember crawling down me, like,
didn't
and I used to hype myself up, like, come on, Sadie, you have to go, and I'd be so scared. And waking everyone up and flush up.
First place I lived in London, it was like a flat share of people I never spoke to, like didn't meet any of them, and they had like a toilet with no sink in it, and then the next room was like the bathroom with the actual sink to wash your hands in.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd just go in the shower and piss in the shower.
I think a shower wee is fine. If you're weeing in a cup, in the morning you've also got to like take it out
Take the piss
and
cup
like
out.
quickly discard of it.
What if someone didn't know?
Oh my god, what if you used a cup that like the next day your housemate was like drinking tea
That's
out
exactly
of
what I'm thinking. That's
Or
where my
like-
brain went.
it? Fuck that.
Okay, this is one of you guys. Previous friends of benefits was bi, and we had a lot of MMF, memo, FOMO, female, threesomes. So hot being with 2 guys and also hot sharing dick with him and seeing him get railed. LMAO!
That is a confession. That's how you confess.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank you
my
for that.
God. Yeah, do you know what? We need more representation for the bi men out here, so.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of understanding for like
Bi women.
And threesomes with 2 women and 1 guy.
I feel like a lot of guys maybe would, but they just don't want to like it threatens their masculinity.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, like I probably could be with a bi man.
I think I could, but then I
Take
think
some time getting used to.
if anything there'd just be a jealousy thing there.
You're like, you look at him too? And we was hanging out with the boys. Oh, is it just hanging out with the boys? Fair enough. I love hearing what people get up to in
love
their
that.
free time.
And also I think because it's friends of benefit situation, so there's like the emotions not there.
Okay, I forgot about that part. Yeah,
So I feel like that helps.
it makes it better for sure.
This is another one of you guys. Went with my boyfriend to a swinger club in Madrid when we were 21.
Oh.
It was so crazy. Everyone watched each other having sex. At one point we were next to another couple in the dark and all doing bits all together. He's an ex now and I can't tell my new boyfriend.
No, you can't.
You can't tell your new boyfriend that bitch.
That is something you
I
tell
love
your mates.
that though.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if you're both comfortable with it, 100%. And you're not going to see these people again, so there's no emotions there, and you're just like, fuck it, and like...
You're in Madrid, you're in another country.
Have you watched the Baltic when she goes to the sex
Yeah.
shop? Like, I watched that episode and was like, I want to go to one.
I would go, apparently, so I know people that have gone.
So, like
to
killing
some.
kittens and stuff.
Yeah, and they were saying like, the first time you go, you like never do anything.
Yeah,
because you're just
which is
like,
exactly what I've
whoa.
heard.
And then the second
And
time.
that's fine as well.
You're like, woo, but apparently there's like really exclusive ones, and like you have to be like...
You have to submit like pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you have
make
to
sure
be a
you're
certain
approved.
age, you have to have like a good job.
STI check.
Yeah, like it's really organised sex parties.
Some of them are run specifically by women and they're aimed at women. To make
and the women have to go up.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the kind of person, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so good. And I'd get in and be like, and then I'd go home and be like, never again.
You'd be like, this is the craziest night, nothing happened to me, but
Because I'd see like people doing stuff and being like, okay, this has actually just got real. Like, it's one of those things I think sounds good, but when you're there, and I've heard people say that to me too, that they thought they'd like it.
it might be really overwhelming.
And they were really like, this is actually like a bit freaky.
Yeah. Madrid. Who knew?
Izzy's booking a flight to Madrid.
When you see that I'm going to Madrid in a few weeks, you'll be like, no, you're
You'll
good,
see our
babes.
next vlog, like, girls trying to Madrid. Come with us to the sex party. This is one of your guys. I had a threesome with my current girlfriend and my ex. And everyone had a good time.
My jaw clicked then. I was like, what?
How does that even happen? For you, it's a dreamy situation because like
You've been with
you're
the
getting
boyfriend.
with your partner and the person you used to love. So you're like, wait, person even me.
Love you.
But then like them two are gonna have rivalries. Like I think the person who's got the worst might be the new girlfriend.
Yeah, because they're going to be looking at
You
the
know,
previous two being like,
Yeah.
well, I know they've enjoyed this before.
and like you know they and then also from the ex you might still love them, and then you've just got to leave because you're the third. Like bye. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that one. That's a bit crazy.
I don't think I could have a threesome in a relation, like a committed relationship, because I think I'd get jealous.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this one is aimed at you. I saw this earlier. And...
Someone's telling me hate on my fucking...
No, it's not hate. It's not hate. As a female, I've got off to you several times.
What? No, Izzy, like... what do I say?
I don't know.
You know when you just have like, I have so many emotions, I don't know how to react. Because it's hard, because if a boy's saying that, I'd be like, gross.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what do I do that people get off to? Because then I'm like, that makes me want to question what I'm putting on the internet. There is a guy that follows me who's got an armpit fetish.
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
It's like hard, like I guess I'm a little bit flattered, but I'm also like, what? I don't really know. How would you react? Something like that to you?
I'd be like, sick.
Guess I can't judge sexual fans. I guess I'm just gonna have to say thanks and like, it's not harming anyone, is it?
No.
So we'll just move on from that. But thanks for that. Well, that took a turn, that confession. I think this is the worst one.
I'm scared.
I had sex with my cousin whilst we were drunk 3 times. That's sucking. I live with my boy cousin. That's why it's fucking weird.
Oh yes,
to me.
that's just
It's
so
just made me
much more.
feel. This is giving me.
I'm scared.
My second cousin.
Yeah.
You have your first cousin. No, honey.
And she's like, no, honey. Mean Girls.
I think, I'll be honest, I think you should take that to the grave.
I think we don't talk about that one publicly.
What were they drinking? Ray and Nephew, I think, because that shit goes to my head.
3 times?
3 times is pretty crazy. Like, thank you for confessing. What we do now is we never let it happen again.
Yeah.
We're civil at family functions, and that is it. We don't drink around them.
Yeah, we
and
watch our drink around them.
We just take this confession with us to the grave, and that's alright.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then maybe have like a letter drafted up for when you pass, so that you just like leave a bombshell for everyone.
Yeah, for your whole family.
Like A in Pretty Little Liars, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Once on a blind date with someone I had a one-night stand with as a student, she completely forgot, and I'm glad because we're now engaged. She would never have accepted if she remembered me, because I took £30 out of her purse for a taxi as I was skinned and never called her.
Nah. If someone did that to me.
Imagine.
Like, imagine your husband, like you're getting engaged to this man, you're gonna be married to him, and he fucking stole from you like a crusty, dusty Darren.
Took £30.
How does she not remember though?
I remember everything from uni. It's a bit of a blackout.
Maybe the love of your life stole £30 from you all them years ago.
Maybe.
Although, if we were married and like we were actually loving each other,
I'd
probably be
hilarious.
like, for fuck's
By
sake.
that point, you would have bought them back so much stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Do you like, you know, we actually slept together once, and they'd be like, what?
That is wild.
Like, do you remember the guy that never spoke to you again, but also took £30 out of your wallet, and you'd be like, what?
Yeah, you probably could get through it, but that is wild. To cope with my teenage girl hormones, rough times, am I right? I used to steal, and I never got caught. The most viral piece I've stolen was a designer skirt worth $840.
Do you know what? Well done to you.
How?
How would you do that? Did you have one of those things?
Oh, the tag things.
Yeah. I watched it in that Trinkets, that TV show.
Well,
where
they show you how to
They're all
steal.
kleptos. They all like, one of those show you how to steal. It's not like how to steal 101.
Me googling how to.
Sadie straight after this.
I've seen people do weird things like that, like put a few things on the hanger, or like hide things in the jeans. I'm not condoning.
Have you seen the one where a woman like catches a shoplifter that's put a wig on her head and it's still got the sticker on top of it, like the label, and she's like, meow, and the woman's like, what? And she's like, meow, can I have the wig?
You stole £840 skirt when you're a teenager. I'm sorry that I'm not. I know I shouldn't say that. That's actually mad skill.
No, but it kind of is though. I would never. I don't think I've ever
840.
accidentally stole. You know, I've accidentally stole something before. And it was like sweets, and I felt so embarrassed that I went back in and was like, I'm sorry. Took acid with some friends, and then went to the museum, art gallery, and a fun fair.
Fucking
it was
hell.
the most fun day. I felt like I was a kid reliving my childhood joy again. Do you know what?
It's actually quite wholesome.
I've never done acid.
Oh, I fucking hell that.
But I know that it lasts a long time, and so that was the thing that's always like freaked me out about it. But I feel like you had like the complete day set up, so it couldn't go wrong. So I think iconic. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and you hear of people having like really bad experiences.
Trips,
Yeah, because you see things. Apparently, it's like
Yeah, and it can last like
psychedelic.
8 hours.
Oh no, like I think it can last like the whole day.
One of
Like,
my friends was an art student, and so she took it to
was
like.
that? Was that?
It was definitely her. And she
She
did
went
it
to
with
the
her boyfriend,
museum.
and she was fine, and he was freaked out the entire 8 hours, and she was just having to like cradle him. So he was imagining all this
That's
stuff.
horrible. Like that. Like oh, that is awful. But I'm glad you had a good day. I feel like maybe you connected with your inner child.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. So you can do these things without drugs, kids. Just to let you know, you can go to the fair at any time.
But imagine being on a carousel and everything's like
No,
multicolored around you, and you're just like,
I know what I'm like. I'm too anxious. I know I'd have a bad trip. It'd be like Darren's everywhere, coming up, just like
men coming
clowns
to you.
running out the fun fair. Like Darren, I'd be like no. Jake Gyllenhaal like coming out in a clown suit and stuff.
That's the one clown I would accept.
No, what you did to Taylor.
He's too fit.
No, she didn't say it. Oh, this one's cute. Well, not. I'm a little bit sad actually.
That was cute.
No, it's like you were here, right? I lie all the time about going places, weekends away, concerts with a friend from work when I'm actually going on my own. I don't have many friends, and I don't want to drag my boyfriend to do things he won't enjoy, as it will spoil it for me.
There's still this stigma around doing stuff on your
Yeah,
own.
I think
Quite
we
a lot of
can
my
do
friends do it now, and they'll be like, I'm going to take myself out on like a
Yeah, like
self-care day,
self-date,
or
yeah.
just self-date, whatever it's called. And I love that. I don't think I could do it because I need to have people around me at all times, because I'm like, I just talk to a random. I love that people do that.
No, I think it's nice, and I think the
it's
fact
annoying
she
the
said
stigma about it though.
she doesn't want to drag her boyfriend because he'll spoil it for me. So obviously she knows that like she's gonna have a better time on her own without her
Be a cup of tea or
boyfriend.
something.
But I get what you mean, because you know when you worked in an office, like me and Izzy used to work at the same office, and you come in, everyone's like, what did you do this weekend? Or like, what are you doing this weekend? And everyone's like, oh, I went to this party, this birthday, like had this family thing. And sometimes like
up to?
I did nothing, and like
Yeah.
I feel like I was watching Netflix, but you don't want to say that, so you're like, oh, I just had a chilled one.
Yeah,
Like,
so true.
you know what I mean? And then if you're saying like, oh, I'm going to like Manchester this weekend, and then imagine you're like, no, I'm just going on my own. Like sometimes you don't want people being dickheads about it.
Yeah. Because people are,
yeah.
that's the thing. People are dickheads about
Exactly.
it. They're like, what?
I think going to dinner on your own is fine. I think I see people going to like concerts and stuff, because if your friends don't like your music, it's gonna be shit.
You're not gonna have as good a
Or
time.
you're not gonna have anyone to go with.
And also with concerts and stuff now, I feel like you can meet, especially the
Yeah.
stand-up ones where you're not having to like specific seats.
Yeah, you literally
can meet
friends.
people there, or you can even arrange to meet people beforehand on like forums and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I think it's good that she's going out and doing things that she wants to do, and isn't letting her not having that many friends hold her back. Like she's still experiencing life.
yeah, like she could not be doing those things.
Yeah,
because
she
feels
was sat
like
at
intimidated
home.
or something, but she's actually
Yeah.
doing them.
Did she lie to her boyfriend too? I'm going out with Sandra. So did you with Sandra have a good time? She's
I
like,
wonder
yeah.
how much of a backstory she's created about Sandra.
Yeah, I reckon there's a big one.
I slept with 7 guys in a week, including my very recent ex-boyfriend.
Like the 7 dwarfs, Snow White. Right, Snow. Right, Snow White. One a day.
One a day. Well, it could have been. Yeah.
That's quite impressive, because I, even in a relationship, don't even know if I can have sex with like my partner once a day. That's still quite a lot.
By the
Fair.
4th day, I'd be like, can I just have a little bit of recovery time? please?"
I need a fucking break. And I love that like she ended up meeting her boyfriend from it, or like she slept with him
Yeah.
in that week, and then you would never be able to tell him. But you were one of 7. Congrats, you won.
You made it. These are so much fun.
So good. Thanks for sending them in. This is from Festhole. When I read this, I was laughing for so long. It just gives me British person energy. When I was about 10, me and my mates chipped in a quid each to hire a video. Only one mate always only had 50p. So halfway through the film, we kicked him out the house as he'd had his money's worth. And the memory of him trying to watch it through the netted curtains always makes me laugh.
I love that.
How British is that?
That
if
is-
you try to
yeah.
explain British culture, you read that, like, it is just like, nah, get outside, you
Nah.
only paid 50p.
That is fair.
His little face, like, guys, what's happening? We do to my mum, she always makes us take the bins out on Sunday. And Mom's like, oh, we need to take the trash out, Sadie. And I'm like, yeah. And then he looks at me and we look at each other and we go, yeah, we'll take the trash out. And we push my mum out the house. And we lock her out.
Lock her out.
That's actually quite mad. Emma loves it.
Oh my god, this one's iconic. Okay, this is one of you. I am a bi female, my partner is a straight male. Couples only ever tend to use female sex toys in the bedroom together, but we have started using a fleshlight, and it's the best thing ever, especially if you're a bi female who gets off on saying your man with another woman.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
just watching
get
him use it on himself.
I get the idea, because I guess
It's essentially self-pleasure, isn't it?
because all the sex toys are like obviously for women mostly. Obviously you have
Yeah.
like, they are coming out with more now for men, I've noticed.
Yeah. You might watch her use one on herself.
Yeah, and be like, oh, that turns me on. And she obviously gets turned on from stuff like that. So like, go for it.
I kind of love that.
Get you a flashlight. Need a boyfriend first. God, it is mad the things people do. Like when I hear it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I need to be more adventurous. Okay, my newly single mate wants to go on a slutty girls trip, which I'm down for, but she doesn't know I'm a virgin.
Oh.
I'm nervous about going straight into the hoe phase. Is it such a terrible idea to just get drunk and get a few shags over with? Yeah, I think so. You can't have your first thing on holiday.
I think the thing with the holidays as well, if you're going on a girls trip, if you're going to a place where it is known to be like a girls trip,
Shagaloof.
yeah, like I just feel like in terms of sexual health and like STIs and stuff, you need to be careful, because there'll be a lot of guys there that won't have condoms with them purposefully because they don't want to use them, because they're those type of boys. And you
Also
just
won't-
need to be careful.
Yeah, they won't fucking care about you either.
And they won't care about your own personal sexual pleasure. If you want to do it and get it over and done with, I get that to an extent, because I
Yeah,
remember being like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
And being like, all my friends are doing it and I've
And
not done
you-
it yet, or
yeah.
whatever. I would just say don't like commit yourself to doing it. If it happens,
Yeah.
it happens. And like holiday romance has to happen for a reason. Romance?
Romance.
Romance.
And also, I feel like if you, obviously she doesn't feel comfortable enough to tell her friend that she's a virgin,
Yeah.
which I get, because like there's a lot of pressure at a certain age to have done all these things.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a virgin when you're older, like that's fine. But if you don't want to tell her, maybe just like obviously support her like hoe phase being single.
But you don't have to do it yourself.
You don't have to do it. You can chat to guys all night, flirt with guys, kiss guys. You don't have to sleep with any of them, and you can just say like, I don't really like casual sex, like I prefer it with a partner, but be like, I love flirting with guys. Just be like that.
You can still have a lot of fun on that holiday without actually having sex with someone. And also, to be honest, the amount of girls' holidays I've been on and that my friends have been on, where like 7 girls have gone, 1 girl slept with someone, or maybe a couple, but it's not like a rite of passage that all of the girls need to sleep with someone. And most of the time they don't. I feel like it's just like a thing that people talk about.
Expectation, like, oh, we're gonna get with someone, but like,
yeah, or it's like a question that comes up in Never Have I Ever, like, have I ever had sex on the beach?
Yeah,
or have I had sex on the desert or something like that.
But we've been on holidays and stuff, and like we've been on. No, we have been on holidays.
Yeah.
But no one has slept with anyone. Okay, we have. And
we've been on holidays, have a great time. Had a great time.
We just chat to people all night.
Some peeps.
Yeah, like non-stop.
And had loads of fun, like chats and flirts and random days with people.
It's just funny.
In canoes or kayak. But not slept with anyone. You don't need to.
And the guy's always like, oh, I come back to yours or you come back to mine. You're just like, no, thanks. No. So it's okay, that's fine. You don't need to do it.
I get it if it's a case of like, you know, wanting to do it with someone you're not going to see back home. Because I remember the first time I sat with someone, I was at a school where like everyone knew everyone's kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want the guys to be talking about me in that way. Like, I know what Izzy looks like naked. Anything like that. So I found someone that didn't go to my school and I started dating them and slept with them.
Yeah.
And I felt comfortable about it because I knew that information was going nowhere. So if it's from like that perspective that she doesn't want it to get back, I do get it to an extent. It just make sure you're safe and comfortable and actually want to do it rather than just doing because you think you need to.
Set your hinge, never see.
Yeah.
Have a shag and manny or something like. But yeah, please don't lose your virginity and shag a loaf. It's not a good idea.
That's a good one though, I like that.
It was a good.
It's having Mario.
A couple of months ago, I got absolutely wasted on a night out and ended up going back to a girl's flat because the bars were closing. Never saw it coming as I'm straight and I've never fancied women, but we ended up going down on one another. I don't even remember what led us to do that, and it's definitely not for me. Oh.
I was like, yes, love this.
She was gonna be like, now I'm a lesbian, I found like my calling, like now we're in love, and she's like, definitely not for me. That's fine then.
At least you know, you've tried it now. Because I feel like a lot of girls, before they decide they're bisexual or not, kind of flirt with the idea of it, but then maybe when push comes to shove, they don't actually want to do it, but they don't know for certain.
Yeah, because also you could find like women attractive. Obviously, I think women are more attractive than men, and like, you know, we wear makeup, we wear sexy clothes, and we are just more attractive. Like you could probably kiss a girl and stuff, but the act of like going down, if you're not a lesbian,
it's an intimate thing.
It's quite a lot, and that's okay. And same with some sexual acts of men as well. You might feel like, I'm not into that. I don't like
100%.
it. And that's fine. You did it. You don't feel any type of way about it. Like it was just a funny drunken night. Like,
I think that's hilarious that that's kind of how it happened. But at least you know now. I mean, the first time I went down on a girl, I was definitely straight.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I'm straight. And then the next day she told me she liked me.
You were like, I'm a little bit.
And she had a boyfriend.
This is so tea.
And then the next day she was like, I need to tell you something. Broken up with a boyfriend. And I was like, oh my god, shit, what happened? And she was like, I realised I like someone else. And I was like, who? You haven't told me this. Like, this is gossip. Then she was like, it's you. And I was like, oh, but I'm straight. And she was like, but you're not though. And I was like, no, but I am. And she's like, no, but we just did stuff last night.
You're just like in denial.
Yeah, I guess so. I just hadn't really considered it like as an option.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe I'm not straight. And then we went out for like 6 months.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, she just dumped her boyfriend for you like straight away.
Yeah. What can I say?
I don't know who this is. This is amazing.
But then I've also had girls that were completely straight and they've come on to me, and then I've...
It was just Izzy. It's just magical. Maybe if you'd had this happen with Izzy, it'd be a different story.
No, I just think with girls, I think a lot of girls have considered it. It's just a spectrum, isn't it?
I think a lot more women are open to be like, oh, I kind of like thought about women in that way, or like when they watch porn, they only watch lesbian porn because normal porn is just gross. Like the guy is just disgusting.
There's a girl I've watched videos of, and she's like, stupid things or weird things I did before I realised I was gay. And she talks about
I've
them,
seen that.
And it's like, you know, fancying the princesses instead of the princes, but telling everyone that she fancied like the princess's boyfriend instead or something because then it made her feel normal.
Yeah.
And there's all these different things that they would do, but you wouldn't, or like only watching gay porn.
Yeah.
Or like female porn and stuff like that.
Like I could get with a girl, but like I could never see myself.
Exactly. And then now she's like, now I know why I did all those things, but at the time.
It just makes sense. It's like internalized misogyny.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah, I get you. I do think there's a lot more inner workings of a vagina than a like than a penis. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot more going on. Like it's that's more stressful. So hats off to you.
I discovered after months of trial and error, I could suck my own penis. There are only 2 people to my knowledge in the world who know. One of them is me. And the other, unfortunately, is my mum. If I'd have taken my washing downstairs when requested to, this wouldn't have happened. Imagine. That just unlocks a new ick for me, having a male child ever. Imagine walking in on them trying to suck themselves off.
I'm not going to be a boy mum.
No.
I want to be a girl mum because that is...
Mum.
No, that is scarred for life. That is like family trauma that goes with you that you're all going to need to sit with a therapist over.
Yeah, we need therapy over that one. I need therapy over that
but
one.
But then I reckon so many boys have tried to do it.
Yeah.
Like, but would it even feel... would it even feel good though? It's too much effort that you bend into this position. Like, it wouldn't even feel good because you're doing it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Man, I don't know. It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario.
Flexible. Tell me which yoga classes he's been doing because fuck me, like.
Jesus Christ.
Or maybe he's got a very big one. This just got really unhinged. I really hope you know what this is.
Oh, there was too much sake in that one.
Do you know what waffle stomping is?
No.
This confession is...
I remember blue waffles.
I waffle stomp about twice a year out of laziness. Have you got any guesses of what it is?
Twice a year?
Yeah, they do it twice a year.
You wash your vagina?
No. It's nothing to do with vaginas.
Oh, I just remember blue waffle. That
Yeah. I remember such a thing like Google blue waffle and you'd be like, ah!
I have no idea.
Oh, when you hear it, what it is. Like, I'm so sad that I have to be the one to tell you. I also hate that I know what this is.
I'm scared.
It's when you take a shit in the shower and then stop it.
So it looks like a waffle when it goes in the crate.
I feel sick. I actually feel sick.
Have you done it?
No, fucking help me. Do you know London rented properties? Like, you just block the thing. Why? I'm sorry, out of everything in life, that is disgusting.
Twice a year?
Yeah.
Every year they're like, oh, it's going up to that time again.
This person
of
and
my waffle stomping anniversary.
the girl who wheezes in a cup, they make a good couple.
They should get together. I have 2 good ones.
Okay.
I was on a night out and bumped into my mate's girlfriend. Long story short, we ended up shagging. I'm not proud of this, but I was young and rather drunk. He never found out. Fast forward 7 years and I'm the best man at his wedding. I wrote this from the reception. He can never know.
Nah, because both of them are locked in that lie now forever.
Mm-hmm.
She just never assumed they would get married, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, then best man is Steve.
Best man.
Oh, fuck.
You should be her maid of honour as well.
But neither of them are ever gonna say. So. Did you read it? I've been on emergency leave, full pay for 3 months because my wife died. She's fine and making a brew. I just wanted some time off. Nah, that's morally wrong.
There's lies and then there's lies.
Because, yeah, you're gonna get found out. 2, I think like karma and shit.
I also feel like if you will bad things into the world, like there's an excuse that I will never use, which is like a family member is really ill.
Yeah, I really hate that.
I honestly feel like you're almost willing it into existence, and it's a thing that I just cannot do.
Imagine you said, oh, I can't because my mum's ill, and then your mum literally got ill. Like, that's awful. That's so terrible.
I feel like I could lie. I've lied before when I've
say you feel
been
ill.
sick, or I've definitely played up that I was more ill than I was to not go to work one day.
You know, when people say, oh, when you start a new job, just tell them that you have all 4 grandparents, so then you can always use 4 excuses. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's clever, but it's... Because what... Oh, yeah, whatever.
Not very crazy, but I've always been addicted to porn. I'm a woman, by the way.
Fair enough.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like a lot of
there is... Addiction is wrong. They can get bad. The porn addiction.
It can be, because
but
then you
watching
can't
porn
enjoy...
is...
Like, you can't actually get
enjoy normal sex.
Normal sex, yeah.
But watching porn as a woman is not wrong.
No.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I think it's definitely frowned upon. Like, it's always been this like stigma that women shouldn't.
Yeah.
Or men are surprised when women do it.
Yeah, I feel like it's something you don't really talk to about with your friends. It's only recently, like in the last like 3 years, where I've been more open.
Even like masturbation or anything like that.
Yeah.
Toys, like
when you were younger, you just wouldn't. It was so embarrassing.
I went to an Ann Summers party when I was like 17 or something.
Did you?
Yeah. So it was like a friend had hosted it at her uni halls. So we went and we like felt different vibrators on our hands for the first time, and I was like, I've never touched one of these before. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
And then I won. There was a raffle, and I won the raffle, so I bought a vibrator, and it was
you
called
like...
Girl's Best Friend.
But it's still her best friend now. No, I like didn't use a sex toy till I was 24. Do you know that?
Really?
How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
Because obviously, considering how much I talk about them now. I remember the first time me and my best friend at school, we were like,
did you go to a shop?
No, we were all getting drunk and like, you know, we were playing like Never Have I Ever. And someone was like, never have I ever like masturbated, whatever. It was the boys drunk and me and I looked at each other, we were both like, and then like, it was such a body experience.
Yeah.
It was like, I've
like,
never
oh my God.
spoke to a girl about that because it's just seen as like so gross, like so
taboo.
nasty. Yeah, whereas now it's like everyone talks about it, like it's good for knowing what you like and things. But, and also porn I think is fun. I personally, like, I probably watch it like once a year. Like honestly, I barely watch it.
I go through phases where I'm like, tonight's the night. There's like amateur female porn.
Bellessa, have you been on there?
Yes,
Bellessa is the best one because it's like ethical, it's vegan.
Yeah.
Vegan porn, with like the
where you just know they're not put in any situations and like
everyone's treated fairly and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more female based, and like
yeah.
the men, like I have actually watched ones that are straight men on that one, and it's not creepy. I'm a very like sexually liberated person. After I watch porn, I feel really dirty.
Do you get close to that clarity?
I feel like ashamed. I'm like, what have you done? Like, I look in the mirror and I'm like,
I think I used
I'm like cleaning
Who are
myself
you?
in the shower like 5 times, like. I know there's something wrong with it. I just feel like I've been engaged in something I shouldn't.
But I think that's because we've been told for years, like as women, like female pleasure is important. Like there's just so much stuff like that where everything's always been aimed at men, and like that would never get covered in fucking sex ed, would it?
No, I don't know what it is about it. I'm like, and also, it takes you ages to pick it.
Oh no, I get so
because
fussy.
I have to find them both really attractive. Yeah. And like, it can't be a weird storyline, but there has to be a storyline.
There has to be something there, like why are you just sitting on a picnic bench?
Yeah, there has to be like a storyline. It can't be anything creepy like stepbrother, blood, like weird shit.
No incest.
Yeah.
Cousins take note.
And then like, I'll watch it for so long. Like I'll watch like the whole half an hour. Because I'm just like, I have to watch the whole story.
You have to be fully invested.
Yeah. Right, was that our last confession?
I feel like it was.
Like, that was our last confession. What a way to end it. This is
so much fun.
I literally can't believe they were amazing. Thanks for sending them in,
yeah,
and thanks to Festhole on Twitter.
Give
them a little shout out because they honestly upload so many every day. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks to Izzy for being in it. If you like Izzy in my videos, then let us know because we'll bring it back.
If you don't like me, say nothing.
Then forever hold your peace. And you'll see me very soon on Wednesday. Love you.